Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. So I'm Lisa, pro makeup artist of 15 years. Can you tell? I've got makeup all over my hand. That's a true makeup artist trait there. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do what I call a freedom face. So in England, we're about to have our lockdown restrictions lifted. We're very excited for it. Pray for us, pray for the world, that everything's just going to be okay. I promise you it will. I promise. Anyway, I would love it if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, hit that bell, show me some love, join the community. It's a very nice one. And on my channel, I will show you cool, easy, beautiful makeup techniques and beauty as well, because I'm a bit of a beauty junkie too. So today's look is this gorgeous, it's fierce, it's like, I love a smoky eye. I'm using one of my favorite palettes that are like really inspiring me at the moment and just give me a lot of love, just make me feel really good, which is the Vieve Essential palette. Love all the colors and the textures. So I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful eye makeup with it. Well, we're actually going to do the entire look because I wanted to show you something as a whole. As an absolute whole. So let me know if you enjoyed this as being a whole, because sometimes more of my videos tend to be more sections of makeup, so just kind of colour or base. Let me know how you let me know how you find that. Okay, should we begin? Come on, let's get to it. So Magnus, he's gonna be doing my makeup today. This is Mike, also known as Paul. You know, won't even look at me. The disgrace, the shame. Let's get to it. I've got Magnus just sat here guiding me through this whole makeup. He's so wonderful. As soon as I spray this, he's going to run away. You ready? He didn't run away. So I did my skincare a while ago, so I'm just rehydrating the skin because I like to have a little bit of slip in there. This is the Roche posay Tolerne Ultra 8. Riche. And then so I've got a bit of a slip on my skin to continue that. You don't want to be oversaturated or everything will just slide off. This is a Victoria Beckham. This is very bougie. Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader Cell Rejuvenating Moisturizing Primer. It's got a lovely gold tinge. Can you see that? Slap that on everywhere. And can you see that instant glow and rejuvenation it gives the skin? Yummy! Before I forget, I'm going to put something on my lips. This is a Ciaté Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil. Ooh. Need that juicy hydration in the lips. Let's start with the skin. I'm gonna use my favorite foundation. So this is the Armani Luminous Silk. I love. So much I love this formula. Yeah, I freaking love this formula. I quite like to dot it like so and blend. I just love the smell of it as well. I can't even describe the smell to you. It doesn't smell like makeup-y. It just smells good. This is the Katie Jane Hughes brush number 4. Spectrum Katie Jane Hughes collab. I'm obsessed with these brushes. And I'd quite like a set for just myself. These are strictly my kit ones, but hey ho. I'm just beginning to lay out a little bit more. I probably need a few shades darker, but I don't have that. So this will have to do. And this was the 4.75. Looking better. Then I'm going to go in with my favourite concealer. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS. I'm using the shade Crème Brûlée. Oh, I do love a crème brûlée. So here, I'm taking it a bit further down because I really want to brighten my eye area. I'm just looking out for any, had a few kind of mask and hormonal breakouts. Ugh. So boring. So boring. Being really organised and using the lid to pop all the products in, so it makes my life easier for later on. Then I'm going to take the number 10 and blend that through, skimming a little bit under the brow. And I can't stress enough how important it is to really look at your face, not just straight on, but get the angles, get the vibe. Then you really see what your skin is doing and what needs what and where and how much. Oh yeah! Pow! I'm gonna go with my darling Chanel. You can tell I love it because of the big hole in it. It's got a massive hole in it. Using the number 2 Katie Jane Hughes brush. By the way, if you purchase these as well, if you're a new customer, Spectrum, sign up. And I think as a new customer, you get 10 or 15% off. That's what I did. So I got a little bit off. I was like, yay, yay. So with bronzer, I'm starting right at the top, taking it right down to kind of where my iris meets and kind of lifting it. And I'm starting here because if I start here, I'll go really heavy-handed and you'll get that like blob. You know the one I mean. So just pushing the brush, dusting it almost from the outer, pulling it into the temple. And can you see how I'm getting a bit of shape to my face? Shape to my face. Oh, I'm in a really sneaky mood today. A little bit. Ding, 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 ding. Oh. Ooh. Oh. It's like a Michael Jackson moment. Oh. Take the music, please. Don't come after me for that. Imagine Jackson in my head now. Okay. I don't know the words. Do you get it on? Come on. We've got a long way to go, guys. Sorry. I'm a bit hyper. Because my ears are out. If you're still here watching, leave a comment below. Next, I'm going to go with blush. You know the trick I'm gonna do, but not with that side. This is Nudestix Nudie Matte's Sunset Strip. Hello. It's quite a bright colour. Don't be scared of bright blushes because they just infuse life into the skin. And we need to be very grateful that we're all here together. You, me, and everyone. So I kind of I line up from where my pupil is across my nose, and that's where I kind of start the product and push. See how that doesn't look bright and scary like that? I'm just gonna put a bit more, babe, a bit more. If you do go a bit heavy, go back to your foundation brush and blend it all in. Look, I mean, hello. Bonjour, je m'appelle Lisa, et tu? Let's get some highlighter on the go. You know I love a skin. You know I love a glow job. You know I love a glow job. So I'm just going to use my finger for this. I'm going to layer 2 highlighters. I'm trying to spot the other one. Oh, there it is, right in front. I'm going to use 2 because I want one to give me extra dew. Because this is really about like, wowing everyone. Mostly myself. This is the Rms Living Luminizer. Love, love, love this. They do some great shades for deep skin tones too. I think quite like this. And what I like about this, don't be scared of highlighter, particularly around the eye area. So if you're concerned with kind of fine lines and stuff, just avoid them. Just pop the highlighter below where they begin. And it's on that really firm bit of the cheekbone, basically, you're applying them. And then I want to, as I said, layer this with the Fenty one. I love the Fenty one. It's like a clear one. Think of this like, it's just more wet looking. So I'm just gonna really tip top that. If you imagine our first highlighter was a bit of a bigger shape, this is coming in. Think of it like an egg. You've got the, what's the white stuff called? Fill in the blank, because my brain, egg white. There we go. You got the egg white. Imagine I've been splat by an egg, but it's like fit on the contour of my cheekbone. Got the egg white, and then you got the egg yolk. So imagine this is like the egg yolk. Go in on top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it'll just make everything pop a bit more. It's those subtle nuances and differences. Obviously this isn't one for every day. It's for a special occasion. Apparently getting our freedom back, you know, it's quite important. Then I'm gonna go to the brows. So I'm going to use my Glossier brow flick, just fill in the little gaps, and I'm using the shade brown. And I'm just using my finger after just to soften. Sometimes it just does come slightly heavy. And then I'm gonna go in with my brow set. This is the blonde one I'm using, and I like to use a blonde because it is just softer looking on the face. This is what a lot of like top makeup artists, celebrity makeup artists do for like J-Lo and Jennifer Aniston, and it's quite a famous technique, I think by Charlotte Tilbury as well. She'll bleach models' brows or celebrities' brows and then tint them a lighter colour to what their hair is. Blondes you can go a little bit darker versus lighter, particularly for like brunettes. It's a very nice trick, and I like to brush them in whatever shape you want. I personally like quite a fluffy brow, so I kind of try and make them look bigger. So I'm like, pow! Got fluffy wings. Bit of my eyes. Let's start with the eyes. This is the Costa Riche MAC pencil. Popping it in my waterline, so I'm going on the bottom. I'm using a brown in the waterline. I want it to look really rich against my eye colour rather than be a harsh colour. And then you can see it's quite like a reddy brown, so it's just got this gorgeous undertone of just pure richness. So against any eye colour, this looks amazing. Like it's green, blues, particularly. And then, so I'm mainly going to be using Vieve on the eyes from this point on. So I'm going to start off by applying my mid-tone colour to my skin tone. This one. Ciao. Number 11 brush. These pigments, as much as I love them, they do drop down quite a lot. So what do? I dropped something on the floor. This set comes with a towel. So you can use a towel, you can use a tissue, you can use whatever you want. It doesn't need to be a microfiber one like this. And you just press it. I can't talk. press it into the towel, and a lot of the pigment will fall off rather than dropping onto your face. I'm hitting the crease area, so I'm doing the edge of parameters. Think of where eyeshadow you will blend will overlap onto the skin. I'm putting a safe zone in that area to allow a really easy blend. So what's really important is to not close your eyes as you're doing it, not to raise your brows, not to frown your brows or lift your brows. You just want to relax them. See how much that changes. My eye shape looks a lot bigger when I do that. But a lot of the time we are quite relaxed. We hope so anyway. If you find it difficult, tilt your head back a bit and your brush will do all the work for you. I'm only pinning that in that kind of safe zone, and then I'm taking it, can you see I'm taking it lower, like where that's like creases under the eye. Then I'm going to take this Raven Eye Wand by Vieve. I love these. Literally on all the shades. And this is a black one. Blend one eye at a time because these set. Then what's really important here is you want to get really close to the lash line. So the best way to do that is kind of hold your brush. If you do this, you kind of miss the root of the lashes, but if you kind of come this way, the edge of that brush really tucks in nicely. And this is where I'm beginning to meet that powder that's there. What this base is going to do for me is just give me a base in which the pure eyeshadow pigment will stick well to. And my best advice with these is work on one eye at one time. I think I said that already. And less is more. You want to work in fine veils of product. Add more when you need to. Transformation is beginning. It's mad, isn't it? I really love makeup, I do. Love how you can get lost in play. It's kind of like small flicking blending motions. Notice how I didn't take the colour right up to the crease. I kept it more closer to the lash line. When I do the lower, I tilt my head down so it kind of smooths the under eye. So same brush. Now I'm going to go in with, which one am I going to go in with? Decisions. So I'm going to go in with this shade Lava Rock. Load up my brush, towel, give it a little head down. And then what I'm going to do is press the shadow onto the eye, like stamping it on. And what that base coat of black will do is it won't look black. It will soften it as you apply the shadow, but what it will do is give the shadow so much grit and a bit of an undertone. Think of it like when you're painting walls and they advise that, you know, you use a relevant primer or something. It is no different. Oh yeah. And obviously depending on what you use as a base, it can change the colour up if you want to lighten something or whatnot. So I'm going to go back into my blending brush and that Chow shade to just re-blend these edges. So moving my chin back, head back even, and then just working these. So I'm doing a kind of real back and forth motion to really break it up a little bit. And just taking those extra steps, laying a mid-tone first, will just help you with that blend. Look at the difference. This is still really beautiful. This has just got a bit more finesse. And you want to keep it in that wiggly back and forth motion because you do want to keep that colour more concentrated, that area. You don't want to take it too high. And as soon as you go into circular, you naturally get a bit bigger. Then to give it a little bit more depth in areas, I'm going to take the black in the shade Connaught. No, good night, I can't read. Good night. I was reading that upside down. And tapping my brush on a towel, and I've got the 18 brush. I'm just gonna place that in the corner, trace that lash line a little bit. Then you guessed it, we blend. Blend is your friend. Just back and forth motions. I'm trying not to blend directly on top of what I've got, because I don't want to shear the colour out. I want to keep that density. I like it. Then to begin to finish up around the eyes, going back to my concealer brush, and I'm just gonna, I've had no drop down because of the towel, brushing the product on the towel. Don't take your brush too close to the eye, but this is just gonna, again, it's gonna blend my skin into that edge of the pigment. So you can see it's not really dark on the brush. I'm not like going right into it. But if you know, naturally, you're just like, I'm really messy, man. Do your eyes first, that's fine. I just prefer to have a really perfected base. I think if your skin looks good, everything's easy. So like if you're going out and everything messes up, like you just know your skin's alright. Or like a fire alarm needs to go off, you need to get the hell out there. Like, my skin looks cute. You just perfect. And please make that sound effect when you perfect. This is why I'm going to be very bougie and use 2 mascaras to finish this look off. I'm using 2 because I love the formulation, the separation of this one. Separation, the pure kind of going out, you mean business, put an F ton of mascara on. Mascara just finishes a look off, my friends. Whoa. Don't act like me and just try to poke your eye out. This is why doing it in a mirror really far away does not help you. I do not advise doing that. Leave that to dry. But I like the thickness and density of this mascara that it gives you. I do find though it does smudge on me, so that's why I'm going to layer another mascara on top to act like a top coat. Like my abstract line under the eye. What a donut. And the reason I love this mascara is because it's got a flat side. So you can really push product close to the roots. This is good if you've got really short lashes and you want a lot of drama, or if you just find it hard to get right to the root. The root toot toot. So second mascara I'm going to layer on top is the Victoria Beckham Future Lash. This has just got a really long wear to it. I love the wand because it's really good for those who want a fine lash look, but you can build up. So I'm using this more to set my current mascara, like a top coat. It's good if you've got small eyes, small lashes, because it just does the job so damn well. This is a tubing formula. Really nice, isn't it? Ignore all the splodges, please. So to clean up the mascara splodges, get a Q-tip and see how that's just coming away without ruining any of my eye makeup. You've got to ensure it's dry, or else it doesn't, or else it smudges then. Ta-da! That's our finishing touches. The lip's gonna be quite bougie. Victoria Beckham lip pencil in number 4. I love this stuff. That lip balm has really soaked in. Wipe it off because it does feel a bit oily. So now I just like to kind of press the lip to soften the edge of the lip. Then I'm actually going to use 2 lip sticks to get the shade I want and to really contour and to make my lips look plumper. I've got to say, this is the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Muse, and I'm putting this in the edges and then the lower lip and mirroring that on the top. So edges and then the top lip. Her lipsticks are pure luxury. They have the most beautiful kind of like velvet effect on the bullet. They feel amazing. This velvet range is like a super matte but really long wear formula that's really comfortable to wear also. Then I'm going to layer with Victoria Beckham. This is the shade Pout, just in the centre. It's a bit more of a glossy situation. So it just gives that brightness in the centre, and it's a bit more like peachy in comparison. I'll just show you them side by side. It's a bit more rosy and this is a bit more peachy. Brighter, so it'll just kind of lift your whole lip shape. You could use a gloss if you wanted, but I just wanted something a bit more long wearing and a bit more durable. I think, is that the look? Honey, my amigos, my friends, that is the look. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoyed this tutorial. It's been a ride. It's been a ride. It's been a blast. Thank you. Yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this in the comments below and what other videos you'd like to see. Have a most excellent evening.